This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Roberto, and this is the Sportscentre presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar. And we start with breaking news, as Oilers head coach Chris Knobloch updated the status of Zach Hyman earlier today.
Zach's season's most likely done. He's getting surgery today, and it'll be a while, so we're not expecting him back for the playoffs.
Is it a wrist, a shoulder?
It's his, I'll just leave it upper body, yes.
My heart breaks for Oilers fans, especially because Zach Hyman is just the sweetest human on the planet, but also the status of the injury just tells what it is. Like, he's already out. Why can't we know exactly what it is? Hyman took a hit from Mason Marchment midway through the first period of last night's game, left the game and didn't return. Now, as you can see here, the hit didn't look that bad, but based off the reaction, you could tell something was wrong. Hyman had 5 points and 6 assists so far in these playoffs, and here's a crazy stat. He led all players in the playoffs with 109 hits. Again, Oilers fans, I'm so sorry this happened, but do not lose hope. It's your year. Let's stick on the ice with the Oilers specifically, because they took care of business against the Stars last night in Game 4, which gave them a commanding 3-1 series lead in the Western Conference Final. And with the Panthers having the same advantage out east, it's looking likely that we're going to see something that's actually pretty rare in the playoffs, a rematch of the Stanley Cup Final. It might surprise you that in the NHL's expansion era, there's only been 4 Cup rematches, and only one in the last 40 years. The first 2 instances came in the 60s and 70s, and are pretty similar to one another, as after sweeping their opponents the year prior, the Montreal Canadiens won both their rematches against the Blues and Bruins, respectively. But it's been the opposite results in the last 2 rematches, as the Oilers got the best of the Islanders in '84 after being swept by them in '83, and the Penguins did the same to the Red Wings in the late 2000s. And the most recent one between Pittsburgh and Detroit is quite relevant right now, as it's eerily similar as to what's going on in Edmonton this year. Both the '08 Penguins and last year's Oilers were led by a young Canadian superstar who's arguably the best player in the game, and who led that year's playoffs in scoring. Of course, you know we're talking about Sidney Crosby and Connor McDavid, but after falling behind by multiple games in their respective Cup finals, both Pittsburgh and Edmonton couldn't quite complete the comeback. Pittsburgh was down 2-0 and then lost in 6. The Oilers were down 3-0 and then lost in 7. But then next year, both teams bounced back and were led by the 2 leading scorers in the playoffs through the first 3 rounds. And we all know how it ended for Sid and the Pens in '09. So if the Oilers get the Panthers again this year, will he follow in Crosby's footsteps? Guys, I've been telling you, and I've been right this whole time. It's Edmonton. It's their time. It's redemption, baby. Let's go. I know I was saying that about the Leafs, but I'm a homer for the Leafs, so don't trust me. To the association, and the Oklahoma City Thunder can punch their ticket to the finals tonight, as they take on the T-Wolves in Game 5 of the Western Conference Final. And historically, the T-Wolves are done, as teams down 3-1 in the NBA playoffs only come back to win the series 4.4% of the time. And the T-Wolves haven't shown us they're anywhere close to pulling off this comeback. Game 4, they had their role players step up huge, as they had 5 threes each from Canadian Nikhil Alexander-Walker and Dante DiVincenzo. So even with a showing like that from 3, how did they lose? Well, the answer to that is that their 2 superstars were complete no-shows, as Julius Randle and Anthony Edwards combined for just 21 points and shot 6 of 20 from the field and 1 of 10 from 3. From OKC, they got a monster night from their trio of stars. Shea bounced back from his worst game of the series with a 40-piece, Jalen Williams at 34, and Chet did it on both ends of the court, including this unreal block, as Jaden McDaniels had the audacity to try to hit him with a spin move, and Chet said nah. The Thunder are 8.5-point favorites for tonight's game, and the total set at 220.5. Every time we've given you that stat on this show, we've been right, because it's just outrageous. No team's coming back from this. Don't even bet on it. Time now for some Saucy Sounds presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar. And if you were watching Knicks Pacers last night and thought, hey, is that Triple H behind the Pacers bench? Well, yeah, you were correct. And before the game, he ran into Pat McAfee.
Hey, this is Game Triple H at Game 4, Pacers Knicks. You never know who you see at these things. You run into the most degenerate people.
Okay, big night here. Game 4, Pacers need it. Tyrese Haliburton is about to put on a show for Triple H, the King of Kings, the Cerebral Assassin, in the building for Game 4. We appreciate you.
Let's go, man.
Let's go.
And yeah, Pat McAfee was right. Haliburton did put on a show, dropping a 32-point triple-double. And after the game was asked about his dad returning to the building to watch him play. But he was actually more excited for Triple H.
I was happy he was in the building. Obviously, Triple H is in the building. That might have been a little, I ain't gonna say it was more special, but Triple H being in the building was pretty fire too. And just obviously the excitement in the city.
Like, he wanted to say he liked it more, but you know, that would have been really mean to his dad. Time now for my favorite segment, and yours, I love sports today.
Why we love sports today.
And this might be the funniest moment of Scottie Barnes' career, because he tried roller skating yesterday for the first time, and yeah, it looked like somebody trying roller skating for the first time. It's hard. Okay, that takes all kinds of bravery. I can't even imagine. You gotta go somewhere, go into an empty rink or something. You gotta practice with railings. That's it for me today. We'll see you back in a month. No Pacific. Have a good one.